Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're continuing our journey to go through all the movies directed by Quentin Tarantino, and it's time for Kill Bill. Now, Kill Bill is one of those movies where I genuinely did not know anything about. I'd heard of it, I heard it's like very gory, and I knew that it was like split into two parts, but that's about all I knew about the movie, right? So I went into Kill Bill. I was like, okay, time to see what Kill Bill is all about. Time to see why it's so famous, because it is a famous movie. I'm not going to pretend that I did not know anything about it, but I watched the film and it was okay. Okay, so there's something wrong here. I am going through Tarantino's filmography, and for me, the reason why I even started this whole thing was because of Django Unchained. I genuinely think Django Unchained is still the best movie from Quentin Tarantino I've seen. All of these other movies feel very campy, very, they're fun, don't get me wrong. And that's the thing I will appreciate. All of his movies have been fun to watch, but they've not been movies which I would really say are like great. And perhaps that's on me for keeping my expectations a little too high. But man, Kill Bill is a weird movie. Kill Bill feels like it was made by like an anime nerd, like a weeb who like wanted to make a live action anime and they made Kill Bill instead. But anyway, I'm gonna get into what I liked about it and what I didn't. And yeah, I thought it was an okay movie. Like, I'm just telling you straight up, I didn't think it was great. I didn't think it was bad either, but I thought it was okay. And that's kind of been the similar thing I've been. If you look at my previous videos talking about the other Tarantino movies, it's kind of been the similar thing. Like, some of these early movies are very like, yeah, they were nice, nothing to go home for, right? So I will say, like, this movie is very stylish. It has a lot of, it has a lot of good shots. It has a lot of style to it, which is cool. The action sequences are a bit wonky. They're like fun. The gore and stuff is fine. I don't know why that was something which I knew about before, and like it was okay, but it was fun to watch. It was all right. I think for me, one of the best parts of the movie is Uma Thurman, or Thurman. How do you pronounce that? I think Thurman is the best part of the movie for me. I think her performance, especially in this one. So like a lot of the movie is on Uma, like this one especially, and it's like heavily focused on her. So I think she's doing a good job as the bride, even though that technically they didn't reveal that. But yeah, she's the bride. But I think she does a good job as the lead character. I think she's a good protagonist. And I didn't like her that much in Pulp Fiction, but like I think she's doing a really good job in this film. Like I like watching her, entertaining. Like her acting ranges is also shown in this. It's great. And there was this one segment where they were showing like the flashback of Orenishi, where it was like straight up anime. Like it wasn't even animated like a scene anime. It was straight up like it looked like it belonged in an anime, right? And honestly, this entire movie feels like it belongs in an anime. Like I feel like I would enjoy this movie so much more if it was like an animated film. Like if it was an anime film, I would be like, this is incredible. The fact that it's not is what kind of is off-putting for me, right? And that's where my praise for this movie ends, because I think this movie has a lot of tone shifts which I'm not a big fan of. It goes from like a serious revenge drama and it then switches to like very cartoony stuff. Again, this is exactly what happens in actual anime. Like if you watch anime, and I watch anime too, you will notice this is very common in anime, but there it somehow works. Here it really doesn't. It really doesn't. There's this one part especially which I dislike, where I think after she fights like a bunch of people, she like spanks a dude with a sword. And if you've not seen the movie, you're gonna think, what the hell does that mean? But that is exactly what happened. She spanks a man with a sword and she tells him, this is why you don't fuck with the Yakuza and you should go back home. It's supposed to be funny, except I was just like, this feels very ill-placed, you know? The violence and gore is not something I have a problem with. I feel like if you feel this is too much gore and violence for a movie, like I feel like I watched a lot of horror movies and this just seems fine. I understand it can be off-putting, because like it's a lot of blood at some points, but it's fine, and yeah, I will say like some of the dialogues as well feels very goofy. It's like it feels like it should have been an anime. There's a lot of anime tropes in this. Like I was watching this and I was like, well, this feels weird looking at it in live action, right? But other than that, I think it's okay. I mean, for me, it just was fine. I had a good time watching it, and luckily it wasn't too long. It was like, I think it's under 2 hours. So I was entertained, and I am hooked in to watch part two. It's not like I found it so terrible that I don't care how it ends. Like, I'm interested in the story, I will say that. And that's the thing about Tarantino, which I think is what I'm finding out, at least in these earlier movies, is unique. They're not good movies, but I cannot say that they don't interest me. Like, they're not good movies or great movies, but they somehow pull me into the point where I want to know what's happening. And I think that's something quite unique, honestly. Like, I'm really enjoying that. Like, I'm still captivated by what I'm watching, even though I'm not enjoying it that much, but I still want to know what happens next. So yeah, I think Kill Bill Volume 1 was okay. I do think it is slightly worse than some of his other movies, but if I had to give it out of 10, I would say it's like a 6 out of 10. But anyway, that's about it. I will watch Volume 2 and I will make a video on it. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.